Hey guys, I'm back. It's January 2nd, 11:50 right now. I'm trying to make this work. Try to make a vlog every day that way. I'll never have to remember very far back or just review the day I had. I need to work on looking at the camera and not the screen of myself. Still working on that. But yeah, so today was the first day back to school after our Christmas break, or holiday break, I should say. It's not everyone celebrates Christmas, of course, but today I actually woke up because I have alarms. I have an alarm on my phone and a routine on Alexa to at 6 to go off for the alarm to go off and then for the routine to start at 6. And what I do for the routine is I have it play. It tells me the time and the date, my emails, my reminders and daily, like what I have planned for the day, which I just put like what I do. It's kind of weird, I guess, if you think about it. But every day, if there's something that comes up I need to do, like homework or whatever, I'll put in. If there's a due date, I'll have it remind me every day. I'll put it in my phone, remind me every day until that date, at like 11, because it automatically sets it for a whole hour, so it'll be 11 to 12 every night. So that way I'll have the notification there. I can see it on the list all day long until the next day with the next items or whatever. And it will tell me that. It will then tell me the news articles I have saved to, well, news providers, not articles, and not specific articles, just providers. And some of them aren't, news sources. They're just like people making podcasts or whatever, which I kind of want to do someday. But right now, I don't know how I would do that. But later, I'd eventually need someone else to be with me on those. I guess there's like the Joe Rogan podcast where it's just him. But there's always people behind the cameras, I don't have that. They have people behind the cameras to help them with things. And I could eventually I'd have to have people on the show to make it less boring. But yeah, we'll see if I can pull that off. But yeah, it does that stuff, and then that went off, and I usually kind of fall back to sleep anyways, so I don't hear a lot of it. I just have it on just so I know if I wake up that it's already gone off, I know the point of the alarm is to get up, but I stay up too late. Like I said, it's already 11:50. I have to be up for school in about 6 hours, so yeah, pretty much. I'll be leaving the door in 6 hours, I think. About that. Then I just sat there listening to it. I hit snooze on my alarm on my phone over and over again, even though I was already awake. I just laid there just in case I fell back to sleep, but I didn't. I just laid there. Eventually got up, put some shoes on, whatever. I left the door. Went to school, First period of the day was math. Math was I didn't do much at all, actually, because it's almost end of term and end of semester, second term. We only got a week left, and this teacher, he doesn't really plan things out. Like, we asked him what we were going to do today when me and my friend walked through the door, and he said he didn't even know. So he just told people their grades and said what they could do to improve, but I have a B, which I normally go for A's. I have A's in all my other classes right now, but I kind of just gave up on that class. It was so difficult. That's a whole nother video if I were to explain why. That was a whole mess. But, yeah, I kind of just sat there on my phone talking to my friend, too. She was redoing some work and tests that she had to do. But it was really nice talking to her. And then my second period, I have seminary. Usually, once math gets out, I have to go outside to the seminary building, but I usually walk around because, there's the bell and the late bell. I usually wait till the late bell to even leave the school because they take roll at the seminary building later. It's not that I don't like being there. It's just I tend to fall asleep in that class pretty easily. I don't really know why. It's actually a pretty fun class, but I just fall asleep. So I try not to sit for as long as possible before going to that class. And I just walked around the school a little bit. Then I left. I went outside, went across the road to the seminary building, had seminary. Talked about the upcoming assessment, a little practice one with the little card things that we'd flip. Yes or no questions. That was nice. Then, at third period, which I have this class called AVID. I forget exactly what the acronym's for, even though I've been in that class for 3 years, all of high school. You can be in it sooner. You can probably look into it at wherever you're at. It's probably there. And if it's, I know it was at my junior high, and this might be the case for you guys too. It was branded as like they tell us like if you're failing classes or had a bad GPA or citizenship, you had to take it. Like you were forced to, and if you had too good of grades, they wouldn't let you in, even if you wanted to. Like if you had higher than I think they said even like a 3, not even 3. It's like 2 point something GPA, which in my mind is like, it doesn't seem that hard to get. I don't feel like I've tried the hardest I could, and I have a 3 point something. I don't remember exactly. But then in junior high I probably had lower, so I don't know. But anyways, they run it as like a class that you have to take if you're bad at school, and it really is not that case. It's helpful, and if you want to go to college, if that's what you think is for you, then I would recommend it because it teaches you ways to, they have note studying ways to help you take notes. I'm gonna be honest though, I've never been good at taking notes. I don't like it. I just don't like taking notes. I don't know why. Just not a huge fan of it. I don't do it very often. People, to tell you to, but whatever. I'll take notes if the teacher says to and whatever, and if I like that teacher, I'll do it more, but... So yeah, there's the note taking. They teach you how to take good notes and ways to review them. They teach you, probably the best part of it is what they call tutorials, and it's where and at first it starts with like a kind of a mediator person, like someone that just supervises, but that's the first 2 years for like that, but this third year, I'm a senior now, so I guess I kind of figured we're kind of used to it by now. But yeah, eventually what happens is you and a group of people, usually your peers, people that I have the same class with, and AVID, you get in smaller groups than the class. You don't want a whole class because that would be too much. But then you'll have what's called a TRF paper, and you fill it out. It has questions. You fill out on your other classes that you're confused about. Like a lot of us would do math. Most of it, I'd say like 80, almost 90% of the time, if someone was doing math. Like every time. I don't think there's a single class period where no one was ever doing math. And you would make it, and if it was your turn to present, you'd be like, so this is what I'm confused about, and you would show them what you know how to do, then hopefully they can help you work through it, and it's helped me a lot. I really like that class, and the reason why it's for college is they help you keep track of stuff like that colleges want to see, and it helps you getting applications done. We got them done at the first of the year. My teacher had us searching for the colleges we wanted, and I applied for SUU, Southern Utah University, because I'm looking to be a pilot right now. Hopefully, that's what I want. The plan is to try to take one of those test flights, make sure it's actually something I want, because I'll be honest, I've never actually been in a plane. Last year, and near the end of last year, and all of a sudden I was like, piloting sounds fun, because I had no idea what I wanted. And I've never considered a pilot as a job for me until junior year, last year, 2018. Well, I guess 2 years ago. It's 2020 now. I gotta remember that. So yeah, so around this time, I think it was about this time, 2 years ago. I think it might have been a few months later. Probably February or April is when I actually started thinking about it, and I'm looking into it, and I kind of like it, So yeah, so I applied there, and today in the class in Avid, we get there, and he's just saying how fix your classes if you need to, or anything like that. So we didn't have the tutorials today. You don't always have them. And there's other Avid in-class assignments we did. It may not be the case for you guys if you have it in a different area. But yeah, he gave us the time to look over future schedules, because, the semester changes in 2 weeks. And pretty much all my classes, except for, I think, 1 or 2. No, Avid stays the same. I'm still in Avid, same period, I believe. I'll have to check that, actually. That might be a problem. I'll get back to you on that one probably tomorrow. But I remember before we left on break that we were looking at the schedules, just me and my friend were talking about it, and he was like, hey, what classes you got? Maybe we got the same. We didn't, but I did find I had 3 third periods, and 2 of them were on B days. I'm like, well, obviously I can't have 2 third periods. Even if they had different lunches, I'd miss a good portion of either class. So the counselors always say that if you're double booked, to go, talk to them. And so I asked the teacher today. I didn't look before I left. Because I knew it was double booked, so I was like, okay, I'll fix it. So I asked the teacher, I'm like, can I go fix this? And he's like, sure. Took the hall pass. I walked down there. I'm going to take the note just to write, that I want to see the counselor, and the secretary lady's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm just writing a note to my counselor to calm me down to discuss scheduling. And she's like, you can do it online, you don't need to write it on a paper. I was like, okay. So I go back upstairs, because my classroom's on the 2nd floor. There's 2 floors to my school. Well, there's a secret 3rd floor not everyone knows about. It's called the penthouse. Different story. Anyways, I get there, I get back, and the teacher asked me if I could help him, but holding doors for him because he didn't have his badge to get back in. So I did that. Then once I get back in again, I set up the appointment. I ask her. I say that I'm double booked, and these are the classes I could be checked out in. Normal stuff. Then I kind of was like looking at police flying, like police aviation, because I don't know, I guess watching Criminal Minds made me think, like, I mean it's dangerous to be a police officer, obviously, but it seems kind of rewarding, if you can actually save people or whatever. So I was kind of looking at that, and I'm like, well, can I combine police and flying? Because I still don't really want to drop flying. And I know they have the helicopter pilot, police helicopters, but I'm like, I kind of want a plane. I don't really, I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll like helicopters better. I need to try them out. But I wanted to see if they had police planes, which I guess they do in some areas, but they're not used as often as helicopters, just because I don't even know why, to be honest. They fly higher and quieter. They usually can stay up there longer, and they're generally cheaper to run and keep in the air. So I really don't know why. Who knows? But they do make less money than other pilots do, of course, because it's government, But so yeah, I was checking that out, and then eventually bell rang, and I walked with my friend. Someone talked about the schedules a few weeks ago. We talked about things and stuff about Christmas break and holiday break or whatever. we go to lunch, and we're just talking about what we did over the break, because my first question to all my friends was like, "Oh, what did you do for New Year's?" But then I forget that we also haven't seen each other since before Christmas. So I asked that. Well, I always ask those questions out of order, because it doesn't matter. But those people think, like, oh, this is the order. If you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you go 4, 5, 6, and then like 3, 2, 1, it gets confusing. Whatever. But so we talked about that at lunch. It was good. And then my fourth is aerobics. So I went up there. My friend at lunch, he told me that because he has third period aerobics, so he had already been. And judging by the marks on his face, I could tell he fell asleep on the mat. So I'm like, hey, are we doing the meditation? And he's like, yeah. And meditation in that class, they turn off the lights, so it's like pitch black, and then we're laying on the floor. And they play the meditation, so you're supposed to do what it says, like control your breathing, think about certain parts, like my fingers or whatever. But to be honest, most of us just lay there and we fall asleep. Some of us try to, like me. I say meditation and I'm like, sleep. One of these days I should probably try doing it for once, I've been in this class. It's my second semester taking this class, so I took it last semester, last year. Good class. But it's kind of ironic because doing the actual yoga, sometimes I don't really want to do, and today's one of those days I just didn't really want to move, I'm tired, first day back, don't want to do it. And then a girl from the office, because we have office aides, you can do that as a period. You just say you want to be office aide, They just give you notes to take different classes, so instead of calling people down, which, I don't know, because I guess I can interrupt class or whatever, but who cares? But anyways, the girl comes in, gives my teacher a note, and she says, oh, he's here today, I'll send him down. So, as you probably can guess, there's not a whole lot of guys in aerobics, and even the ones that are registered for the class, not most of them show up, and I don't miss a lot of school. I think I've missed less than 10 days my entire life of school. So, I had less. I was like, Wednesday, I think. I can't remember if I missed this Wednesday or if not, because it's the first. No. 4th grade, I missed the entire week because I went to Disneyland. So that's 5 days. Then I got sick with, like, influenza that you're supposed to get shots for, but I missed them. And in 8th grade. And I can't remember if I saw the doctor on Tuesday or Wednesday, because I remember I did it after school. So I either missed Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or just Thursday, Friday. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 8, 7 or 8. Then I missed Friday this year because I had the flu, just the regular flu. So that's either 8 or 9. So less than 10 days. Anyways, long spiel. I'm always there. So a little bit after, some instructions on what we're going to do today, just the yoga and then the meditation. She comes over, hands me the note to go to the counseling center. I'm like, wow, that was fast. And so I take the note, I go down there. I walk in the office. I see there's a bunch of kids with notes. They're all different colors, so I'm not sure if each counselor has their own color or if they're just colors, Who knows? So I thought I'd just check to see if someone was in there already, because I've been in there before where I've been sitting in the waiting room for like 20 minutes. Secretary lady didn't say anything. Turns out that my counselor was ready to take anyone that came in, and I've been waiting, and no one said I could go in, so I decided just to look. So I look, kind of peek around the corner. I saw someone sitting there, so I just turned around and came back. I sit down. Other kids don't care. And then the secretary lady, same one that told me to not write the note, she's like, she was busy and there's other kids waiting. I'm like, yeah, I know, I was just checking. And then she just goes back on her computer doing who knows what, since she's so helpful. But I just wait there for a while, which I'm fine with. I'm not missing much, no tests in that class or anything, so it's not like I'm going to miss anything. And I wait there on my phone. My mom's saying that her new job is good, but she might be a little later picking me up while the schedule's being, more solid. I'm like, that's fine. My friend texted me, asked if he can get a ride home. I'm like, sure. Mom will be a little late though. I said, that's fine. And by that time, the counselor comes out and she's like, is Braden here? And I was like, okay. She knew who I was. So I was like, okay. That's me coming in. She said, oh, cool, because I only sent 4 notes and all 4 of you came and you're the last one. I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess that makes sense to why she knew who I was. I mean, she's seen me before, but she said my name before she even walked in the room. So I get into her office and sit down. She's like, so what can I help you with? And then I was like, oh, well, I was just double booked on my schedule. And she's like, oh, I looked at it and you're not. And it's like, I'm not. So she pulls it up and I'm not, but I can't remember what I wrote down. And that's why earlier I said I would get back to it in a different video, which I'm checking. It's because I had the 2 third periods I had, but the 4th period, because the 2 third periods I have is entrepreneurship and culinary arts. So I was like, and then the culinary arts would move to my 4th, and the 3rd was still culinary. I was like, okay, well, still entrepreneurship, sorry. And I was like, I was trying to remember what moved, because I had 5 classes that day. No, I had 4, but that means she said it was an easy thing, so she just did it herself, which I'm not mad about. It's probably fine. I wanted about those classes anyway, so maybe it'd be better if I didn't even know anyways. That way I don't try and change it. But then, yeah, so she just said, I was trying to explain to her that I was just, what I saw, I was just like, oh yeah, okay, well that's fine. It's just when I looked, it said like, I had 3 third periods and 2 of them were the same day, of course. And she's like, oh yeah, but if it's an easy fix, I'll do it. And I was like, yeah, I get that, It makes sense. I guess I just forgot to look, before I made the note. I just thought wouldn't have changed yet. And she's like, oh yeah, well if it's, like I said, like, if it's an easy one, I'll do it. And she kept repeating herself like I wasn't listening, or I was trying to get something else out of her, but she didn't know what. I was literally just trying to explain that, sorry to bother you, I just thought of it. I probably should check before I made the note, but I didn't, so. It was great. So, I ended up leaving. I went next door to the Career Center, and I picked up what they call the scholarship bulletin, and it has a list of different scholarships you can apply for during these months, like, I think December through January, or the 2 I got. She said there's going to be a new paper up soon for January till March, since December's already over. I was like, okay, cool, I'll just come back again later. And then I remembered Pathways to Professions or something I've heard about. And asked her if there's one about aviation, and she said there is, but it's on a Saturday, so I'd have to provide my own transportation. And I said that's fine, but she couldn't look at the time or where or anything because her computer was being worked on by the IT guy. So I was like, she's like, I'll look up and I'll tell you later. I'm like, cool, that's fine with me. But she never did ask my name, unless she just knew who I was, because she's seen me before. I've been in there for Avid and English classes. I've been in there for when the Marine recruiter guy was talking to me. Like, she's seen me, but like, she's got to see tons of students every day. I don't really think she knows who I was, but I'll just come back like in a few days, probably next week. Oh wait, no, she said tomorrow, I think. Maybe I'll check her out after school or during lunch or something tomorrow. And I'll update you guys tomorrow. And so I was like, I don't want to go back to class yet because I don't know if they're done with the yoga. If I can plan it right, I could maybe go. I don't want to go during meditation because it'll be pitch black, and I've had bad experiences where like I had to go to the bathroom or something, so I leave, come back, normal light to pitch black. I can't see anything, and I stepped on someone one time. I felt really bad, but it's like, okay, so I gotta be there before meditation, but just real close to it. So I walked over to this TV that was just playing some of the GTI classes, which is the Granite Technical Institute which is where I'll be taking my aviation classes to begin with, during high school. Hopefully help me to know if I want to do this, and maybe give me a little jump start on just, how things work in aviation, So I was just watching that. I need to figure out more information on the GTI later. I'll tell you when I get it. But so I walk around and look around. I don't see anyone I know. So I probably would talk to them a little bit before going back, but didn't see anyone. So my classroom is like from the office. It's like to the left, the very far left, upstairs. It's in a hallway that only has a gym, the locker changes, dance, and for like computer class. That's very specific to a couple classes. So there's like nothing. There's one hallway that has no classes in it whatsoever. It's just an empty hallway, and like I don't know why that is. Now that I think about it, they could use it for something, which they will, I guess, eventually. But anyways, so that's over there, far to the left. And just out of the right of the counseling center, down the hall a little bit, is like the commons area. So instead of going left, I go right. And I go to the commons and just kind of pretend like I'm looking at the vending machine, like I'm going to buy something, because I don't bring cash on me. It does take card, but I don't bring money to school because I don't want to spend money, so I'm not going to bring money, I bring home lunches, all that. So just kind of pretending like I was looking at it, and then I walked up the stairs on the very far right of the school, and I weaved up and down the hallways a little bit to the far left of the school where my class was, and I go in and I put the note on her desk that I came back, from the counseling center. She's all doing the yoga stuff, and you have to take off your shoes, put them in these cubbies, and so I do that. And she's like, oh, just in time, we're about to do meditation. So we do like 1 or 2 poses or something, and then it was meditation time, so it was like perfect timing. I was there, I think, like 5 minutes before we started, so not like down. I know when I first took this class, I could fall asleep for the entire time, and it's really nice. But it didn't even start now. It started last year, at the end of the year, and it continued to now. I was hoping with the break of yoga between the summer break, it would reset itself for me, but it didn't. What happens is I lay there for a little bit, kind of listen to the meditation. Like, I hear it, it's telling me to do stuff. I don't actually do it. I'm just trying to fall asleep. I end up falling asleep, and then like I'll kind of drift in and out, back and forth, and I'm asleep. I'll fall asleep, kind of wake up, fall back. But then, like, it's like this weird switch. I can feel it, like, click. It's like, boom. And then, like, I know once that little weird feeling I get, it's like it's like a flip on, Now your brain's on. And I know I'm not coming back to sleep. It happens almost every time now, and it's really annoying. Because that means I'm not sleeping, and I'm just laying down, and I have to wait until we're allowed to stand up, because we're not supposed to move in the dark. I mean, we can talk, we can switch positions or whatever, but we can't get up and walk around. And you have to be quiet, because it's very quiet in there. So, like, you can't make a lot of noise. Everyone will hear you. And then if you have to go to the bathroom and you just wake up, you know how it is. As soon as you move, it's like, crap, I have to go real bad now. And that's the times where I've gotten up and gone and come back and stepped on people. But, oh well. It's in the past. I've apologized, whatever. But this time, I just kind of laid there, and I remember my friend, he had the powder on his cheek. And I was like, how does he even lay down like that? How does he get his face flat on the floor? Because there's no pillow, it's just a mat. So your head's like this. You're like, it's the ground, shoulder, and you have to meet the ground level with your shoulder. And I'm like, how did he get those prints? So I'm like trying to move to see how he does it. I'm like, oh, it just clicked to me now. He was probably sleeping on his stomach and just had his face on the mat. I'm an idiot. It's fine. That actually makes a lot more sense. Because he said he usually sleeps on his hands. I was thinking, like, on the side, but no, he probably meant, like, face down, like that. That makes more sense. Talking through it actually made me realize what the heck I was talking about. Then, I wake up, once it's time to go, you go at the change bell so he can change, but I just don't change because it's my fourth period. I just go straight home, so I have 10 minutes to get ahead of people, out of traffic, and so we go, get my friend, we leave. I get home, and it's like 2:25, so I have to go work in about an hour, put on a Criminal Minds episode, eat a bag of dollar store brand Cheetos, hot Cheetos. I change. I forget to dry my clothes. I put them in the washer. I forgot to put them in the dryer. So go to work in slightly damp clothes, which kind of sucked. But I'm a dishwasher, so it's gonna get wet anyways, which is fine, I guess. And then during there, it's just me and one other coworker. Usually there's 3 of us, but today there's only 2, which is fine. We did fine. We got out right on time, really. A little early, like 10 minutes. I've gone out earlier, gone out way later, so good time. Then, yeah, so we did good. It wasn't too busy. You know, I work at a retirement home, but it also, they try to be a fancy kitchen, so the residents and people that live there don't get bored, you know, don't feel like they're stuck, you know. They can leave whenever. They all paid to be there. I don't think anyone's forced there or whatever. But what do I know? I'm just a dishwasher. But, you know, after we do that, we're pretty much all done. You know, co-workers are back talking to people as soon as I leave, you know, as always. So I'm just like, while they're doing that, I'm just asking my manager to, you know, check me off so we can leave. Checks us off, says we're good to go. So we leave, and I talked to my coworker a little bit. She's pretty cool. We clock out. I text my mom to come pick me up, and I'm just listening to music outside, waiting for her, even though it's cold. It's kind of nice, though. I get home, and she tells me about what they had for dinner, and that I had a package. I go, it's a Loot Crate, and I bought the Loot Crate in October in 2018, and I bought 1 year. So 2019 October, I thought that would be my last one, but I've gotten them November, December, January now. So I don't know when it's going to end. If I somehow bought more, I don't remember. I don't see any charges to my card for it or anything, but who knows. And then open that. I mean, they're pretty cool stuff. I just don't want to keep paying for it. You know, it's kind of expensive. I just wanted to do it once. It was a time where I spent way too much money, and I got pizza like every weekend. That added up to a lot because I'm an idiot. That's fine. Then, after that, I don't even remember what I was saying. That's fine. So, I wait for my mom outside. That she picks me up. Oh yeah, she told me about dinner stuff. Then I go upstairs. I change. Well, I take a shower. I take a shower after every shift because I feel so gross after, because it's greasy sometimes. Like, there's literally buckets of grease to bring back, like bacon grease, like gallon buckets just full of bacon grease. Like, I don't even, do we have this much bacon? Apparently, I don't know where, but they use it for cooking. But then I get so much of it back. It's like, how much do you even use for cooking? Whatever. So I'm greasy. The garbage disposal isn't working. So I have to stir it with a broom handle just to make it drain. Nightmare. But, so anyways, I change, shower, hang up my clothes to dry. They're not washed, but they're drying because I'm not going to wash it after every shift because I don't have that much clothes. I usually, every week, even though they get real bad sometimes, depending on if I'm washing or just putting away dishes, they can get real bad. And then the week, I wash them, and then same money and bigger loads, you know. Wash them, I change the pajamas, come downstairs. I meant to just put on Criminal Minds episode, get food and eat, and then probably vlog. I ended up searching on my computer just random conspiracies about Illuminati while watching Criminal Minds episodes, and I watched an entire episode like that, and I still haven't eaten anything. I'm hungry, so I stop. I get to the next episode. I pause it. Go get food. Go get this camera so I can vlog later. Right now, I had stroganoff with some corn in it. Pretty good. Then I don't know, a bottle of Coke. I did drink the whole thing. I shouldn't do that, but I did. But it's fine. And then after that, finish that episode. There's another one waiting for me on the TV once I'm done with this. It is now 12:25 a.m. Wow, I've been doing this a while. It took me a while to get through my day. But yeah, I'm all caught up. When I started vlogging, I don't know when this battery will die, so should probably end it soon. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you watched the whole thing, thank you. Maybe leave a comment, like, let's see. Maybe we could just do like over here, like keyboard box. Type in keyboard box if you watch this whole thing, because only people that watch this whole thing will know what the heck I'm talking about, or what they're talking about when they say keyboard box. Just comment that below. I'll like it, probably. Apparently, someone found my Avid goals. I mean, they were nice about it. They liked my video and they said, "Oh, I like your goals." I'm like, how do they get like? Because on my other channel that I first started, it's just my name, and I switched to this one because I wanted to keep it separate, but just because I could watch, all my subscriptions on that one, and this one's just my channel. Unamused, and that one's just my name. And he found that. I put that because I had to make goals for my class, so I put them on there and posted the video, gave him the link so he could watch it, my teacher. But then this guy found it. He was like, "Oh, cool goals." So I liked his comment. It was pretty cool. He subscribed to that channel, which is pretty much dead. I don't know if I'll post anything on there ever again. We'll see. Who knows? I can't make up my mind to do anything. So, anyways, yeah. So maybe someone will comment on this one. I'll see it, because I remember I got a notification. It looked like at first a regular one. I'd just say, "Oh, this person uploaded a video." I'd usually, if I had the time, I'll just say, "Oh, watch later," or skip, or whatever. So, but most of the time I just kind of swipe them off, because I have too many subscriptions to watch. I have my watch later gets to 5,000 videos so fast, and I delete most of them and then builds up again. Because I get weird impulse interests, like crime scenes, whatever, like investigators and stuff, and I'll put a bunch of their videos in there, and then I don't even watch them. I just delete them later. But yeah, I thought that's what it was, but then I realized when I swiped it said subscriber this person, and maybe I'll look it up and give them a shout out next time. And so yeah, I checked it out, saw that they commented, so I will see it, hopefully. I don't think anyone's really watched this channel very much. My other channel has 12 subscribers. This one has 2, I think. I don't even know who the 2 are. One of them's me, actually. I subscribe to make sure the videos on my other channel to this one, to make sure these videos look right and they come out on time, which they have been. So yeah, pretty cool. Sorry for that little spiel. I was going to end it, but then I remembered that. Yeah, keyboard box. And for even more, keyboard box and, I don't know, banana chair. Comment those 2 things. I'll know exactly what you're talking about. So yeah, thank you for sticking around if you did. I love you a lot. Yeah, so I'll see you later. Bye.